Hi, this is Chuck Cameron with this edition of Oxford News This Week. We say goodbye to a community leader. Oxford Board narrows the search. That and more on this edition of Oxford News This Week. The township has a new employee. Welcomed in last month to assist Supervisor Jack Curtis, former OCTV and Oxford Leader employee, Oxford resident Danielle Smith, is looking forward to using her communication degree and experience working with Oxford residents at the township, helping the supervisor in his day-to-day adventures. Welcome back home, Danielle. The Rotary Club has always been a cornerstone in our community, and we celebrate with the group their 85th anniversary. Founded in 1937 by one of its organizers, a Dr. G.E. Meads, a local dentist, the civic-minded business leaders have carried on the tradition of serving the community by raising money for children, providing scholarships for OHS seniors, donating to local charities, hosting lunches for senior citizens, and helping with community beautification projects. We are lucky to have this group of fine business persons in our community. Congratulations on your 85th, and looking forward to many more. For more information on how the Rotary Club has helped this community, go to the Charter Township of Oxford Facebook page and scroll. This week saw the beginning of a most beautiful relationship. The towns of both Oxford and Lake Orion are hosting a trolley pilot program, which will run Thursdays from 4 to 9 and Saturdays from noon to 9. Thanks to the efforts of Lynn Gustafson from North Oakland Transportation Authority, both the Orion and Oxford Downtown Development Authorities, and a generous donation by the Utuma family, the trolley will be seen traveling on M24 for at least the next 2 months. To find out more about where the trolley stops and picks up, go to the Oxford Downtown Development Authority website. The Oxford High School Jazz Band will have the honors to open for the MSU Jazz Band at the Oxford High School Performing Arts Center on Thursday, February 24 at 7 p.m. The concert will feature 4-time Grammy-nominated vibraphonist Stefan Harris. This will be the 3rd time the Michigan State Band has performed in Oxford, which included an Oxford alumni, Luke Stittard, who is now a senior at the university. With that, we'll have Dave Kenny with Auto Talk and Science in the News. I'll be back to close it out at the end.
Welcome to Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from Automotive News. All of our stories today are on Tesla. Tesla is recalling over 578,000 vehicles in the U.S. because pedestrians may be unaware of an approaching vehicle if warning risk sounds are obscured, U.S. regulators said. Under increasing scrutiny from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Tesla has issued 10 U.S. recalls over the last 4 months. Tesla is recalling some 2020 to 2022 Model S, Model X, Model Y, and 2017 to 2022 Model 3 vehicles because the boombox function allows sounds to be played through an external speaker while the vehicle is in motion. NHTSA said the vehicles failed to comply with the federal motor vehicle safety standard on minimum sound requirements for EVs. Tesla will perform an over-the-air software update that will disable the boombox functionality when the vehicle is in drive, neutral, and reverse modes. Many of Tesla's recent recalls have been to address software issues. Tesla said it wasn't aware of any crashes, injuries, or fatalities related to the recall. After Tesla introduced boombox in December of 2020, NHTSA issued an information request in January of 2021, the automaker said. That was followed by a number of virtual meetings over the issue over subsequent months. In September, NHTSA upgraded the investigation into the issue, Tesla said, and in October, Tesla defended test and rationale used to determine boombox compliance. Tesla agreed to a recall after 2 days of meetings last month. Boombox uses the pedestrian warning system speaker, and users can customize sounds. Under rules mandated by Congress, automakers must add sounds to EVs when they are moving at speeds of up to 18.6 miles per hour to help prevent injuries among pedestrians, cyclists, and the blind. EVs are often harder to hear at lower speeds than gasoline-powered engines. At higher speeds, tire noise, wind resistance, and other factors eliminate the needs for alert sounds, NHTSA said previously. And still at Tesla, Tesla is recalling more than 817,000 vehicles in the U.S. because an audible alert may not activate when vehicle starts and the driver is not buckled into their seatbelt, a U.S. auto safety regulator said. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said the vehicles, some 2021 to 2022 Model S and Model X, 2017 to 2022 Model 3 and 2020 to 2022 Model Y vehicles failed to comply with a federal motor vehicle safety standard on occupant crash protection because the audible chime does not activate. Tesla will perform an over-the-air, or OTA, software update to address the issue. Tesla said told NHTSA that as of January 31st, it was unaware of any crashes or injuries related to the issue. Tesla said on the recalled vehicles, a software error may prevent the chime from activating upon a vehicle start under certain circumstances. The automaker said the issue was limited to the circumstances where the chime was interrupted in the preceding drive cycle and the seatbelt was not buckled subsequent to that interruption. Tesla added the issue does not affect the audible seatbelt or reminder from activating when the vehicle exceeds 14 miles per hour and the driver's seatbelt is not detected as buckled. Software issues, software issues. Well, that's it for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and we'll be right back.
Do you love local sports? Whether it's Oxford High School or Parks and Rec, you can buy copies of each game. To purchase your copy, call us at 248-628-9658 or give us an email at manager@occtv.org or talk to us at the next game. Hopefully we'll see you there.
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from New Scientist. Domestic dogs respond to 89 words and phrases on average, including verbs, nouns, and terms of endearment, suggesting that their human vocabulary skills extend well beyond intentional cues like sit and stay. Sophie Jacques and Catherine Reeve at Dalhousie University in Canada created an initial inventory of 172 words and phrases they suspected pet and working dogs might be most likely to recognize. That list was based on prior studies, dog training courses, items marketed for dogs in pet shops, places dogs often go, their own experiences with dogs, and recommendations from a group of dog owners. Then, the pair collected information from 165 dog owners responding to their online questionnaire, shared mainly via social media. The survey asked owners to rate how well their dogs consistently and clearly responded to the English words and phrases on the list. By responding, the researchers meant not only performing a trick or obedience behavior, said Jacques, but any other specific reaction like enthusiastic tail wagging, a directed gaze, or searching around. They also asked participants to suggest additional relevant terms not included on the list. On average, the owners reported that their dogs responded to 78 items on the original list, as well as 11 owner-added items, meaning the average dog responded to 89 words or phrases. The list of expressions in the current study probably helped trigger owners' memories of words their dogs recognized and inspired them to think of others, said Jacques. In total, owners added around 1,000 unique words to the researchers' list based on their own dogs' experiences. Individually, dogs' vocabulary levels range from 15 to 215 words and phrases 3 times more than shown in previous research. The repertoire comprised words and expressions the animals probably learned incidentally through living with humans, such as outside, dinner, vet, who's that, I love you, room names, and the names of family members and other pets, said Jacques. We were very careful not to ask if dogs know or understand words, but if they respond to words, says Jacques. If any owner uses the same words over and over again in a predictable context, their dogs might start picking up on those words, perhaps without the owner even realizing it. While the researchers didn't investigate differences between individual breeds, they did note trends among 7 major breed categories. In particular, herding dogs, collies and shepherds, and toy companion breeds such as chihuahuas and poodles averaged slightly over 112 words. Meanwhile, sporting and gun dogs, mainly spaniels and retrievers, responded to an average of about 80 words. The higher numbers of words for herding and shepherd dogs wasn't surprising because that's what the dogs were bred to do, to interact with humans, said Jacques. And toy dogs are bred to be human companions and spend a lot of time close to humans, so that makes sense as well. The dog's working status was also related, she says, with those professionally trained for working with humans, such as service dogs, responding to about 48% more terms than those that aren't. Characteristics of the dog's owners, however, didn't influence the results. There was no link between a person's level of education, household income, or experience as a dog trainer and the total number of terms the dogs responded to. The next step is to see whether or not this predicts anything about the dogs, like cognitive skills, later word knowledge, or other capacities, she says. And if so, this might become a really important tool for identifying potential service dogs in particular. Well, that's it for Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny.
This is Chuck Cameron back with the sports. Varsity basketball returned to a packed Oxford High School Ian Smith Gymnasium last week as the boys lost to the Berkeley Bears on Friday, February 4. The loss put an end to a full week of basketball for the boys. The Oxford High School varsity basketball teams took home all 3 wins in last week's games, including a doubleheader at the Oakland University's O-Arena on Friday. The Oxford High School varsity basketball teams had a downturn in performance last week, both the boys and girls adding losses to their records. The boys were the first to hit the court on Tuesday the 18th, taking on the Holly Broncos and losing 45-57. Last Friday, the Oxford Wildcats traveled to Clarkston for a duel match against the Wolves. At the end of the meet, the Cats lost 38-33. Oxford's Zach Call won the 119-pound weight class with a major decision over Clarkston's Brady Vaught, 12-4. The Oxford Wildcat bowling teams participated in Oakland County bowling tournaments 2 weekends ago, and the boys in Royal Oak at Astro Lanes, the girls at Cherry Hill Lanes in Clarkston. And that's it for sports. And that's it for Oxford News this week. I'm Chuck Cameron.